Hello there, I'm Jimmy Noble with the Noble Group, and we're going to title this video Buying Investment Property Part 2. Now here's the bad news. If you remember in Part 1 I put the offer together. I'm going to go over what happened. At the end of the day, I did not get the property, but I told you in the first video we're going to follow it, see it through to its fruition. Everything's based on your knowledge and ability to assess what you're going to be able to sell that property for at a point in the future after you've made all of your repairs. So all of your numbers are using the formula based off of that number that you're using your judgment to estimate. So my number was 110. That was what I thought that I could sell it for. And it really is, you know, I believe that if I had it right now, I would sell it for between 110 on the low side, so I'm going to figure conservative numbers, 120 on the high side. So for the case of all my numbers, everything was based off of selling for 110. However, if I had that property finished, complete, and on the market today, I'd put it on for 120. It's because I don't know what's going on in 6 months from now that I've got to, you know, be cautious and base my numbers off of 110. So remember, we're going to follow this down, you know, throughout the process of the short sale and see what happens. Okay, so at the end of the day, I had an offer put together on the 10th of October, and it was a great offer. You know, list price was 20,000 grand. It's a short sale, so even my offer and every offer that came in was less than the amount of the payoff to the bank. My offer was for $35,000 cash, not even asking to get an inspection, and I was giving them basically as much time as they needed to get an approval letter to keep the deal good to go. So on the 10th, I submitted an offer. I followed up. I didn't get a response by email, so I followed up on the 11th with a phone call, and his voicemail box, the listing agent's voicemail box, was full at that time, so I was unable to leave a message. So I followed up with an email the day after that. So on the 10th I submitted it. On the 11th I followed up, could not talk to him, so I sent him an email. And the day after, he responded saying that he was in fact in receipt of my offer. So he had it and was processing. He was probably, you know, busy processing a lot of offers on that property. So that's the 12th. Then on the 17th, 5 days after he confirmed receipt of the offer, he let us know that our offer was not selected. So that's on the 17th. And then on the 19th, the property went under contract. So the 19th of October, the property went under contract as a short sale. My offer was $35 cash, no inspections, no nothing. We'll give him as long as he needs to settle. You know, close to double the list price of the asking price was our offer, and we did not get it. So someone out there paid more. And what does that mean? You know, sometimes when you get it, there's what's called the winner's curse. You know, had I upped my, you know, my offer was worked based on my numbers and my expertise on what I believe I could sell it for and what I believe it would cost me to repair. So of course I could have paid more money and definitely won the bid, but that would be the winner's curse. You know, I would have won the bid, but I would have been cursed from day one. I wouldn't have been able to, I wouldn't have been able to be profitable, and it's not worth doing. So always know your numbers and just stick to your numbers. You know, you got to keep emotion out of it. It's very hard to do because you always say, well, I could always do a few thousand more here and there, and before you know it, you're not profitable. And I could show you example after example of that. So anyway, we're going to keep following this property through the short sale process. We're going to see when it finally does go to settlement. We're going to let you know the price that it's settled for, and then we're going to track it and see what happens. We're going to, you know, we're going to see it back on the market. Might even, you know, put a link up so that you can check the photos of the after product out and see what they did to it, and then we'll track it all the way to find out who buys it down the road. So this will be kind of exciting. You know, obviously I track these all the time, but I don't put them into a video so that you can track them as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Jimmy Noble, the Noble Group here. If you got any questions about anything real estate related, buying or selling, give us a call. 1-888-205-7773, or you can always visit us at thenoblegroup.org. Thanks so much. Have a great day.